I think this video is mostly just a stress reliever. This has nothing to do, like, I don't hate my friends or anything, so that's why I'm doing also 5 things that I do to annoy my friends, but there are just some things that my friends do that annoy me, and I don't expect them to change, but, and they're probably going to be pissed off at me for this video, but I'm still going to make it anyway, because fucking grow some balls if you get pissed off at this video. And I'm telling you one thing, they're tough sons of bitches. I think they can take me criticizing them a little bit. So let's go. Number 5 of the things that I do to annoy my friends. Sometimes while we're playing PS4, I will lick my mic. And I'm not even joking. I just lick the microphone whenever I feel like kind of being a nuisance or being a little pest or a little pissant, for say. So sometimes we'll be sitting there and all of a sudden I will feel the urge to be annoying. And I will take my microphone and I will just lick it. And if you want to hear an example of that, listen. Sometimes I will do that. Oh my god, my mic tastes terrible. Sometimes I will do that just to be annoying. And I know they hate it. Honestly, for a while they didn't know what I was doing. I actually don't know if they know what I was doing. When I really think about it, I don't know if they knew that I was doing that, because I never said what I was doing. But I know it annoys Aaron, especially, because he's like, what are you fucking doing? And I'm like, huh. Number 5 of the things that they annoy me with: I can't have my own opinion with them. Okay, this is mostly with a Shay thing. Okay, I'm not saying I hate Shay. I'm not saying I hate you, Shay. Now listen to this. But I cannot have my own opinion around him, because, and Aaron can back me up on this. Yeah, I mean, he probably won't, but you know, he can back me up on this. If you are wrong, if you say something the opposite of Shay, for example, Life is Strange, the 2 endings to that game, you're wrong. You're wrong in his eyes. You are completely wrong. There is no justification. He is always right. He is never wrong. Me and Aaron hate this because it pisses us off. Because, first of all, now, I don't say the smartest stuff. I'm not a walking thesaurus, okay? I say stupid stuff just to be stupid. But when I'm saying something right, and just because you don't understand it, that doesn't mean jack shit that you're right. That means that you don't understand what I'm saying. And it annoys me to no end. But to be fair, let's look at number 4 of the things that I do to annoy Shay. Sometimes I will say stupid stuff that I know is wrong. Again, this is mostly against Shay, because sometimes I will say stupid stuff that I know is wrong, and I do it to piss him off. See, the thing is, while Shay thinks he's always right, and a good chunk of the time he's not, I will say stupid stuff just to get under his skin. I won't say it because I actually believe in this shit, but I will honestly say it that I will say something stupid. Let me try and think of an example. Okay, there was one time, I think it was, we were playing some game, I couldn't remember what it was, but, fuck, I can't remember the conversation we were having. It was something about, fuck, maybe Aaron would remember this conversation, maybe Shay would actually remember this, because I remember he got pissed at me for it. I think what the conversation was, it was something about politics, I think. And I said something like, oh, I said something good about Biden, and he lost his mind on me. And I knew the thing was stupid, and the thing wasn't a good thing, but I was like, oh, that's a good thing. And I just kept gloating him. And I understand it pisses him off, but we're friends. Of course we're going to piss each other off. But I just, for some reason, I just like getting under his skin. Aaron, not so much, because Aaron has his own. I get under Aaron's skin enough without talking like I'm fucking retarded around him. And Aaron half the time doesn't even give a fuck, which I love. I love that about him. Half the time he doesn't give a fuck what I say. He just accepts it, and he just accepts me for who I am. He just accepts me for a fucking retard sometimes. I think he actually told me that once, and I love that. He was very blunt in that conversation. Number 4. The Star Wars sequels. Okay, I understand a lot of people hate it, and a lot of people say, oh, it ruined the series. And I'm not saying that I love the Star Wars sequels, that I am a huge fan. But I didn't think they were that bad. I didn't think they were horrible films. Obviously, the concept is wrong. Most of the choices they made was wrong. But, okay, why does this annoy me? Okay, normally this wouldn't piss me off. I mean, Aaron and Shay don't like things that I like, and I don't like things that Aaron and Shay like. But, like, for example, oh my god, I'm completely scatterbrained. I'm sorry, it's like 2 a.m. I can't like the Star Wars sequels, and this goes back to the Shay always being right thing. I can't like the Star Wars sequels because they don't like it. Now, Aaron is obviously indifferent to this. He understands that I don't think they're horrible films. And I don't even think he honestly believes that they're horrible films. I honestly think that he thinks that out of the entire series, yeah, Rogue One... In my opinion, Rogue One was probably the worst. I hated Rogue One. I think they executed that horribly. But that's not the point of this video. So normally this wouldn't be a problem, right? This wouldn't be a problem. Except when we're playing Battlefront 2. Because I sometimes want to play as all of the characters. I want to play as just other people for, like... I want to play as, like, Rey's group or something. But I can't do that around them because they don't like it, and they act like it's sin. It's a fucking sin to play it. And I keep telling them that just because you don't fucking like it doesn't mean that I don't like it. And again, I'm not saying they're great films, but at least I'm not, like, avoiding it. Number 3, when I join parties with them, I just say the most random shit in the world. Okay, I don't know if this one generally annoys them, but I know it kind of annoys Aaron a little bit. Just because it's just so random and he's not expecting it and he's just like, okay, shut the fuck up. But when I join parties with them, I sometimes will be like, you ever just like accidentally jerk off in your toaster? And I'm not saying that I've said that before. I don't think I've ever said that ever in the 16 years I've been on this earth. But, yeah, that's what I'll do. And it's fun. It's funny. And at least I think it's funny. I don't know if it annoys them. I think Shay kind of gets a laugh out of it. But I don't know about Aaron. I haven't actually talked to them in a while. I should probably do that. They're going to be pissed at me after this. But I don't think they really care. I mean, they can take criticism, especially Aaron. Number 3, when they bring up my subscriber count. Okay, this one, okay, no, let me explain something real quick. I understand I don't have that many subscribers. This is not really them, for say, this is kind of an off-topic thing, but they have done it before, and it's not like I've ever, like, cried about it, or, like, I never want them to talk about it. I just don't like it when they bring up the fact that I shouldn't even say that it's not that I don't like it. It's that, like, this is very hard to explain. I don't like the fact, like, something that just generally annoys me is just when they sort of brag a bit. Well, this is mostly Aaron. Shay doesn't really have a YouTube account. But when they bring it up, I'm kind of like, it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't make me, like, be angry with them or anything. It doesn't even piss me off. Half the time I just ignore it. But there's some points where I'm just like, okay, guys, like, you're going a little far with the bragging. Especially, it's mostly Aaron. And again, I love you, dude. But one of the things that kind of annoys me with you is that sometimes you do kind of get a little cocky with your videos. You haven't done it recently. He hasn't done it recently at all. But when we first kind of met, first talked, he was kind of like, but I think that was mostly because of Adrian. And I'll tell you, Adrian's a big offender of this, and Adrian is the one that pisses me off about it, because he acts like he's hot shit. Now, Adrian, if you're watching this, dude, I love you, but you gotta understand, I don't give a fuck about my YouTube subscriber count. I do this as a hobby. I don't give a fuck. So, yeah. But those things, it's such a minor thing that I honestly don't even notice it. Number 2. Sometimes I talk to myself out loud in the middle of conversations. I don't know if they necessarily think that I'm talking to them sometimes, but if you've ever seen any of my videos, there is some occasions where they bring up somebody named Bob and Frank, and I said that I named my subconscious after them. Well, guess what? They get kind of... Because sometimes during videos, sometimes I'll go AFK, and I'll just go do whatever. Like, I'll go skateboard, or go eat something, or go to the bathroom, or whatever, and just kind of lay around. But one thing they hate, and I don't know if it's actually Aaron. I don't know if he was here for this rant. It may have just been Shay, but I don't know who I was with when this happened. But I had a full-fledged conversation with myself while we were playing a game, and it might have been Shay, but I had a full-fledged conversation with myself, trying to hype myself up or trying to figure something out, and then they're like, oh, blah, 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 like, who the fuck are you talking to? Are you talking to me or fucking Bob and Frank? And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know why they hate it. I mean, it's just... well, I don't think they do hate it. I don't know. It's complicated. Number 2. The way Aaron talks about anime. Why the fuck does this annoy me? I don't even know why this annoys me. But there's just something about the way that Aaron's kind of like, I'm never going to play a fucking anime game. Ever. And he doesn't even say it like that. He's just like, I'm not going to spend... whatever amount of money on a stupid anime game that I don't even know is good. And we'll get to it. We'll get to one of the things that annoys me. But because you know what, I'll do an honorable mentions. So, like, I don't know why this annoys me, and it really shouldn't annoy me, and I don't know why it does. I'm not protective of anime, I'm not a huge weeb. Hell, the only 2 animes that I've, like, watched, like, completely and got, like, completely invested to were fucking Dragon Ball and Attack on Titan, and those are the only 2. But it's just, maybe it's because it's kind of like Aaron won't give it a chance, but... he has the demo for Xenoverse, and he's played it with me, and he said he was having fun. It was just boring because it was the demo. And I think I've told him this, that the main game is a lot more eventful, and the main game is a lot more thriving. But it's just something I think it was the most recent time, and it was actually with Attack on Titan, the game. I said... I made the comment that I don't want Aaron spending $60 on a game that he'll only play with us. And first of all, we were all tired that night. It was like 2 in the morning or something. And we were like, and he was like, I'm not going to spend $60 fucking on an anime game. I don't even like anime. But something about that just annoyed me. I don't know why it annoys me. In fact, one of the honorable mentions that I was thinking of doing earlier was that fucking... the thing that annoys me the most is that I get annoyed at them for no reason. But that's completely complicated. And I don't know why that annoys me. It shouldn't annoy me. It just, and it's not like huge. It's not like, oh, fucking, I hate him for it. Like, it's just one of those things where I'm just like, I mean, I get it, dude. Like, you don't gotta say it every, like, 10 seconds. And he doesn't fucking say it every 10 seconds. The only time we talk about that is when I literally tell him about a game and he's like, oh, is it an anime? And I was like, it has that style, but that doesn't mean shit. And I think one of the problems is he does kind of go a little overboard when he's like complaining about it. He's like, animes are so fucking stupid. And I'm just like, you don't give it a chance. But that's besides the point. Number 1. Every time I hang up from a call with Aaron, I say, I love you. This pisses him off, and it is the funniest thing in the world. I don't know why I do it. I think I just do it to annoy him, but it is just so funny, his reaction. And every time he's like, dude, that's so fucking gay. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of the fucking point, dipshit. But it is, I just love being like, we'll be having like a conversation like, oh, like where do you want to hang out? You want to hang out today, or you want to get on PS4? And I'll be like, all right, I love you. And he's like, and then, oh, this is also a thing that kind of pisses him off. I make him say I love you back. I love doing that. It's so funny. He's just like, he's like, dude, that's fucking gay. And I'm like, yeah, that's the point. Now say it back or I won't hang up. And then sometimes he hangs up on me, sometimes he says it back, you know? Oh my god, Aaron, I love you. It's so funny. It's hilarious. Alright, let's move on. Number 1. The fact that this is mostly a Shay thing, the fact that they pretty much harp on everything. Shay will harp on mistakes. Like, Shay is kind of like the cancel people. That's the best way, and he's gonna hate me for comparing them because he fucking hates those people. But Shay kind of, and Aaron, I know Aaron can attest to this because we had this conversation before. I don't know if he remembers it, but Shay kind of is like biggest mistake that I made with him was we were going to play DayZ. Now, we didn't do any review of the game, which is kind of a thing that annoys me, but we'll get to that then. So, I made him get DayZ, and it was $30. Now, Shay has constantly bragged about how he's got like $400 in his wallet, so $30 is not putting a dent in that. But he said he calls me a fucking scam artist all the time now, and we didn't know that the game was bad. I didn't know that the game was bad. I heard good things about the game, and that's the only reason I had him buy it. But to my defense, I say Shay at any point could have said no, or he could have said, let's see if it goes on sale. And again, he could have also gone and looked it up himself. And this is what annoys me. Now, anytime that there's kind of an overpriced game, and I make a suggestion like, oh, we should get that because it looks fun, he'll be like, oh yeah, whatever, fucking scam artist. And this pisses me off because the skinny bastard thinks that I tried to scam him out of $30, when in reality, I didn't. Aaron's also kind of a scam artist, but that's a different conversation. I mean, not to me, but to him, to Shay. But one thing that pisses me off the most is when he acts like I tried it, like I knew what I was doing. But at any point, he could have, at any point, looked up the game and made sure that it was good. But he didn't, and he blames me because he doesn't take responsibility for himself. Honorable mentions, they're racist, sexist, homophobic jokes. Okay, this is why this is an honorable mention. Fucking, I don't care. It doesn't offend me. But sometimes they go a little too far. Again, mostly Shay. This is mostly Shay. When he talks, it is all there is at least one racist thing in his conversations. In any conversation, there is not one time where he goes without saying something racist. Now, normally, this doesn't affect me. But when I'm trying to record a video and I'm trying to kind of have it be like, oh, kind of just secluded, he brings up a lot of outside stuff. A lot of racist, sexist, homophobic stuff. And it doesn't offend me at all. I don't give a fuck. I know he's joking. But mostly joking. Sometimes. Okay, on very little occasion he's joking, but you get the point. It doesn't offend me. But one problem that I have is that when I'm trying to make a fucking video, I have to constantly debate whether or not I'm going to bleep it out or not. Now, I know I don't have that many people watching my videos, but one thing that I'm kind of like, oh shit, is that YouTube, which is a fucking toolbox in itself, fucking the CEO, that Susan Wojcicki bitch, she's fucking retarded, by the way, I'm just saying. But she'll look and see those videos and immediately cancel. And then all of a sudden I'm trending. And now I'm not afraid of getting canceled because there's nothing to cancel. But I don't want to lose this channel because of something Shay said. I also don't want to lose this channel because it's important to me. Some very little time it's shut up. Honorable mention number 2. Probably the fact that sometimes I go on long hiatuses without talking to them. I think this annoys them. The longest I've gone without, like, talking to them has been, like, at least 1.5 months. A month and a half or so. And I remember there was a time, and that was during, like, the summer, and it was because I was dealing with some, like, personal shit. Probably. But recently, a few weeks ago, Aaron was on vacation, so he wasn't, like, on his PS4 or anything. And Shay was trying to contact me so we could play games. I completely just stopped talking to him. Not because I was, like, mad at him or anything. It wasn't that at all. It was that I'll get into why I do that sometimes. And I went away for like 5 whole days, and then Aaron came back from vacation, and when I joined the party, Shay was like, "Oh my fucking god, you're alive! Okay, good, Jesus." And I was just like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Okay, here's kind of why I do that, though. This is kind of an explanation for them. It's because I don't want to get into fights with them about shit. I know I just listed a bunch of things that they do to annoy me, but one of the fucking things is so like I don't like getting into fights with them, and I feel like way too much exposure to one person eventually is going to lead to a giant argument. So what I like to do is I like to break up our sort of hangout sesh. I give them their space. Even when they think that they want to hang out with me, in reality, I kind of know that we need our space, and I give them their space by not talking to them or telling them that I'm doing that. But, you know, you get the point. And I like being on my own a lot. That's kind of a thing. But one of the things that annoys them is that I won't tell them what I'm doing, or like I won't tell them that I'm going on this hiatus. And this video is kind of explaining to that. There's an explanation to that. And I don't like fighting with them. Like, we had a fight. We have had fights before, but those were like days where we were seeing each other and talking to each other back to back to back. And I kind of realized that, and I picked up on that, and I was kind of like, okay, hiatus. Now, sometimes I go a little overboard and spend a month and a half away from them. That's kind of where I'm like, oh shit, kind of messed up there. Ugh, that was fun. I feel like that got a lot of stress out. Evenly distributed. 6 things that I do to annoy them and 6 things that annoy me. And I'm sure they're fine with this. I mean, hopefully you guys don't get pissed at me. Hopefully you guys watch to the end of this point and you're not blowing up my phone by the time this is uploaded being like, what the fuck is your problem? We're fucking friends. Why would you ever fucking say that? I don't think they'll do that because I think Aaron and Shay, I don't even think they care. I don't even know if they'll watch this. They'll probably just be like, post another fucking video. Cool. But again, they're strong people. I think they can handle a little criticism. And again, most of those things were actually against Shay, now that I think about it. There weren't many Aaron things. I do a lot of stuff to annoy Shay, though. So that's kind of like, maybe I should have just done no. I mean, because there were a few things that Aaron does that pisses me off. And Shay, I love you. Aaron, I love you guys. You guys are my friends. But you do stuff to annoy me. But I do stuff to annoy them, you know. I don't know if I got everything that I do to annoy them. There's other stuff that they do to annoy me, but I'm not gonna fucking say that because it doesn't matter, and the video's over. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, don't be pissed at me. Alright, peace out, guys.